N is nadir point on the photograph, right? And the capital N is on the ground. Ground nadir point, what you call it. Okay, so N is done. Next, any other point if you know, you can answer.
Psi azimuth.
Phi is azimuth point, right? Azimuth point of this particular line NK. Okay, it is the horizontal angle from measured from the north. Okay, it is the horizontal angle measured from the north. So this line NK is called the principal line. Okay, NK is called the principal line. Whether it is small NK or capital NK, both are the same. Principal line on the photograph on the ground. Okay. Then what is this T? T is very easy. T is which angle? T is where? T is over here. This particular angle. What is meant by T? Can anyone answer the name of this T? What is that angle called as? This particular angle. It starts from T itself.
Tilt angle.
Very good, very good. It is tilt angle. Tilt angle. Okay. Then the bisector of this tilt angle is called as ISO. ISO center, right? ISO center is this particular eye, which is the bisector of this particular line NK, or the principal line which divides it into half. That is ISO center, termed as small I. Okay. Then what else? Okay. What is this K? What is this K? Small K and capital K called as? Answer Madri Bega. What is this small K, capital K? What about this F and this O? We are left out with a few terms. Very important.
F focal length.
Focal length is F. Okay, very good. F is focal length, that is from O to I. O to I, or O to K. Okay, that is the focal length, O to K. Okay. What is S? S is, I'll tell you, it is the swing angle. Okay, swing angle. It is measured from the positive y-axis. It is measured from the positive y-axis to the principal line small nk. To the principal line small nk, it is the line. It is the angle measured from positive y-axis. Okay. Now what is left out? We are left out with this K and O. What is O and what is K? Henry, O, Henry, K, Henry. Answer. We have done this yesterday only, Baba. Don't make me call out. Please answer by yourselves. What is O and what is K? Okay, O, I'll answer. O is exposure station. O is exposure station. Okay. So O is done. What about K? What is K? K point. It is also a point. Some important point it is. So it will have an important name also. Starting with P. Point. Some point. Principal point, Baba. Principal point on the photograph and on the ground. Principal point. O is exposure station. Exposure station. Okay. So we have learned all these terms yesterday. So we shall get into a derivation now. Okay. Scale of a vertical photograph. We need to understand the scale of vertical photograph. Now what is meant by a scale? Now if I tell 1 centimeter is equals to 10 meter, can anyone try to explain what is meant by this? What is the meaning of this? This is how the scale is written, right? So what is the meaning of this? Can you tell me in a statement? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of this particular thing? 1 centimeter is equals to 10 meter. Andre ಏನ್ರಿ ಇದು? ಏನ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಇದರದು? Answer quickly. We have to still get into derivations. What is meant by this? 1 centimeter is equals to 10 meter.
10 meter distance covered in 1 centimeter.
Where 10 centimeter is 10 meters is where, and 1 centimeter. 10 meters is on
1 centimeter.
Right, but this 10 meters where you measure, on the paper or on the ground?
On the ground.
Right. So this is on ground. This is on ground, and 1 centimeter is on paper. Meaning
Paper.
on the map, right? On the map or the scale, whatever drawing you're drawing on the sheet, right? So 1 centimeter, any line, if it is a 1 centimeter on the paper, it will be 10 meters on the ground, right? If this line is 1 centimeter on paper, it will be 10 meters, representing 10 meters of a line on the ground, right? So that is meant by the scale of by the scale of anything, right? Scale. So now we learn the scale of a photograph, especially a vertical photograph, meaning a photo that is taken in the truly vertical direction, right? Any photo which is taken in truly vertical direction, that particular photograph and the scale of this particular photograph, vertical photograph, we will learn how to derive, right? How to use and what is the equation. So you know what is meant by scale. Now what we will do is we will consider two cases. We will have two cases. We will have first case. Now we will learn the first case wherein the point or the ground, at the ground or the point that of interest is level. Okay, the ground is level. So this is your exposure station. Okay, let me just draw a ground, a plane, a level ground. Let me draw a level ground. This is a level ground. Consider this as a level ground. So I will write this as ground level. Okay, so your plane is going like this in this direction. In this direction, suppose you take a photo over here. Kichikanta one photo hodripa. Idu exposure station. Okay. So I have marked the exposure station where you have taken or where you have clicked the particular photo. Okay, so exposure station mark. Ground is marked. Now I will draw a plumb line because this is a vertical photograph. The plumb line or the gravity line, right, will be in line with the camera axis, right? Camera axis, you know what is camera axis, right? It is the axis of the camera, right? And in vertical photograph, this is perpendicular to the ground, right? It is 90 degrees. This angle to the ground and the camera axis is 90 degrees. Okay, so okay, now what we will do is let me mark this point. So this ground level I'll shift a bit up, right? What I'll do, because there is no space below, I'll draw this ground level over here. We will consider this as the ground level. Okay, let me just clear the bottom one. Okay. Now you can either take from the ground level, the measurement you can take from ground level, or what we can do is we can assume any datum, right? We can assume a datum line like this, right? Usually the datum line, what we assume, anyone, the common datum point that we use, usually datum line, I will write it as DL, datum line. Any data, which is the common datum line that we will use, right? It starts with M. What is this? What is the usually datum line that we use?
Mean sea level.
Right, very good. So mean sea level is usually the datum line that we use. It may not be the case in every project of survey, but usually what we do, we go for mean sea level as the reference or the datum line. Okay. So this particular point where it meets the ground, what is this called? The principal point, right? Principal point. How we name your principal point as? What is the letter to name principal point? This is the camera axis. Principal point is named as capital K. Okay, capital K. It is named as capital K. Principal point. Okay. Then what I will do is I will just take a photograph. Suppose this is a photograph, entire photograph. Okay, I will consider this point A for reference. I will consider a point A on the ground. Okay, so I will join these two. Okay, so this is capital A. Then the projection of this point A on the datum, projection of this particular point on the datum, this point. Okay, so because it is on datum, I will write it as A naught. Okay, and this is on datum, so I will write it as K naught. Okay, this point, projection of this particular principal point on the datum. Okay, simple, very simple, no problem. Okay, same thing here on the photo. What is it called on the photo? On the photo, this point, small k, right? It is nothing but the principal point which we represent as small k. And this is also on photograph, so I will write it as small a. Okay, so remember, whatever notations you write on the photograph, keep it in small letters, and whatever you draw on the ground, right? Any notation on the ground, we keep it in capital letters. So you can see capital K, capital A, and on the datum we will add this subscript O naught, right? O naught, not O naught. Okay, this K naught and A naught, right? So we will add that subscript over here. Okay, then this is the ground. I have told you this is the datum level. Okay, no problem. Then what I'll do is I will join this A naught and this particular I will also join this particular line. Okay, this point, what I will name, this point I will name as small A naught. Okay, small A naught. This particular point is small A naught. Okay. Now, what is this distance? Can anyone tell me? Let me just change the color. This distance from the plate to the optic center, or from the plate to the exposure center. What is this distance called? If you recall, it is nothing but focal length f. It is the focal length f. Okay. Now, what is the flying height? What is the flying height? Flying height, what we will do, we will consider from the datum itself. From the datum, using the reference as a datum, we will consider the flying height. This is the flying height. Okay, we will consider not from the ground level, we will consider from the datum. Okay, so this is h. Flying height, right? What we call as, right? So this is the height over where we took the photograph. So this height from the mean sea level or from the datum, we will consider that as h. Okay. Now, can you tell me, yeah, okay. Now what we will do is this particular ground level is at a height small h from the datum. It is at a height small h from the datum. Okay, no problem. Now can you tell me what is this height? What is this height? Can you tell me what is this height? Answer, Madribega. This is nothing but your photo. Okay, this what is drawn over here, this entire thing is your photo. Idenre the height in terms of h and small h. Can you tell me what is it? What it is? Very easy, Baba. Answer quickly.
Capital H minus small h.
Capital H minus small h. Okay, done. No problem. Okay, so this is the first case I've told you wherein the ground is level. Okay, wherein the ground is level. Now, what is scale? You have told me what is scale. What is meant by scale? You have told me it is nothing but the distance on the paper. Distance on paper by distance on the ground, right? Distance on paper divided by distance on ground. So, what is the distance on paper? If we consider the distance between K and A, it is small k and A. This is the distance on paper. This particular line K to A, and distance on the ground will be capital K to capital A. Correct? This is the scale. Right. So we have considered a line Ka on the photo and a line Ka representation on the ground, right? On the ground it is Ka, and that particular line on the photo will be small k, small a. Okay, so this is what is meant by scale. Now let us derive a particular equation for this thing. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to draw this particular diagram. I hope it is clear, right? It is very easy. Just understand the various terms that are used. Just follow the process which I used to draw, and you will be able to draw this very easily. So is this particular diagram clear? Can you just confirm in chat and let me know? You can type yes sir, no sir on the chat and let me know if you have understood, or else I will explain once more the diagram. Please reply in chat over. Okay. Only 3 others. Okay. Quickly you have to reply. Whenever I ask anything, you have to reply in chat quickly. Yes sir, no sir. Anta. Okay. No problem. So moving on. Okay. Very good. So this particular diagram you can see is here. Okay, whatever is seen in this particular diagram is the same thing which I have drawn over here. Okay, that is, this particular is taken from the textbook. Okay, so it represents scale of a vertical photograph. This diagram is used for a derivation of the scale of a vertical photograph. When the ground is level, you can see the ground is level over here. It is not sloping, or it is not varying. Okay, so everything the same thing I have drawn previously, and I have explained to you what is this particular figure. Okay, now let us get into the derivation. Now let us first take the case when the ground is horizontal. Okay, this is the case when the ground is horizontal. That is this particular thing you can see here. It is horizontal. All the points here you can see are having the same elevation, right? They are having the same elevation from the datum. The points on the ground are having same elevation from the datum, that is small h, right? That is nothing but small h. Okay. Now from the figure, what we will do is we need this KA. I have told you we need this KA by capital K, right? That is nothing but scale. So scale is equals to what? K small a divided by capital K capital A, right? So what, using similar triangles, that is this OKA, this particular triangle, and the larger triangle O capital K, this ground, and getting back to this small triangle by this and this larger triangle, right? Using this similar triangles, what I will write is this small OK divided by O capital K, right? So using the similar triangles, this particular distance small O to small k, right? O to small k, this distance divided by the whole larger triangle side, right? Using similar triangles, I have written this particular thing. Okay, so that is written over here. Now can you tell me what is this distance? What is this distance? What is the term used for this distance? You can see it is already on your screen, this particular distance. What is it denoted as? What
F.
it is? Very good. So it is small f. And what is the capital OK? Can you tell me what is capital OK? From here to here, what is this distance? You can see answer is on the screen. This distance is nothing but h minus small h. Correct. So this is the equation that you can use to find out the scale of any photograph. Very easy, right? Very, very easy. No, only one step, only diagram you have to draw, and you have to write this particular thing. Right. Make sure you write the statements, whatever I've explained, and then derive this equation. Right. So if you know this focal length of your photograph, if you know the focal length, right, and you know this h and this small h, if you know this, then directly you can calculate scale of that particular photograph. Right, scale of the photograph you can know. So what is f? F is focal length of the camera. What is capital H? Capital H is the height of the exposure station, right, from the mean sea level or from the datum, capital H. And what is small h? So height of the ground or height of the points of the ground above the datum line. Right, so if you know these three things, you can easily calculate scale of a vertical photograph. So I hope this is clear. Very easy, right? No problem. Very, very easy. Only one step. Only similar triangle you have to apply, and you have to get these particular things. Main thing, if you know how to draw this diagram, and you know what is the definition of scale, if you know, you can easily derive this thing. Okay. Now moving on. To the next diagram. Similarly, I have drawn this particular thing. Let me once again draw this thing, and I'll explain to you how it is drawn. Okay. Now the second case, this is the first case which you see on the screen. Now I'll draw for the second case. In the second case, the thing is, this thing is not level, the ground is not level. Okay, in the second case. In the first case, you can see all the points on the ground are level or at a equal distance, right, at a equal height h. But here in the second case, that is not the case. In the second part, what we will do, we will consider point A, right? This is point A at some height. So I will, from the datum, I will assume this is the datum line. From this datum line, okay, this is at a height HA, small h. Okay, this is at a height small h. This particular point from the datum line. Okay, now what I will do, I will take a second point B over here, which is not at the equal elevation as A. Because this is point B. This is the ground level. This is point B. Okay, now this particular thing is at a height small HB from the datum line. Okay, from the datum line, no problem. Then next thing, what you do, you want to you go fly in an aircraft or you fly a drone like this, and at this particular point you click a photo. One photo ಹೊಡೆದ್ರಿ ಪೈಕ್ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟಿಗೆ ಕಿಚಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಫೋಟೋ ಹೊಡೆದ್ರಿ, ಇದು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋಜರ್ ಸ್ಟೇಷನ್ ಆಯ್ತು. ಓಕೆ, I will draw a plumb line, straight vertical line downward. Okay, no problem. This is done. Then here is a photo that you have taken. This is the photo, entire thing. I will join this OB. I will join this OA. Okay, in a straight line you join, in a straight line. Okay, consider this as a straight line. Okay, then this particular point where it is intersecting, this is small a. Similarly, this is small b, this particular point. Okay. I think no problem. Then this particular thing, what I will do, I will just join in a straight line. Okay, this particular point I have joined over here. You can see here in this manner. So this is point K. capital KB, capital KB. Okay, and this is, here I've joined in a straight line, using a straight line. This is capital KA. Okay, and this is capital K itself. This particular point is capital K, and this particular point here is small k. Small k. Okay. Now all the points are marked. Okay, one more thing we are left out with. What we will do, we will just draw a line towards the horizontal, that is A0. We will represent this on the datum line, that is A will be A0, and this thing also same. Projection of B on the datum line using a straight line is B0. Okay, so I hope you have understood how to draw this diagram. Now let me draw the distances that are required. Now let me change the color. All the distances we will write. So this is what? This is nothing but focal length f, right? Exposure station to photograph, focal length f. Now what is the flying height? This is the total flying height from the datum line. Right? This is the total height of the exposure station from the datum line, that is capital H. Right? Then we know this is HA. So what will be this distance now? What will be this distance? This will be capital H minus small HA. Right? And what will be this? This will be capital H minus small hb. This distance. Okay, so all the things are known to us. Now we have completed drawing the diagram that is required, right? So I hope you have understood all how to draw this particular diagram. So this is datum level. Okay, datum level. Datum level can be anything. You can usually what we assume is the mean sea level. So can you let me know in chat whether you have understood how to draw this diagram? The second case, how to draw it for the second case, that is ground is not level. Okay, is it clear? I hope it is clear. If you have any doubt, please let me. Okay. Very good, very good. Moving on into the derivation. So this is a diagram which I have shown you how to draw. Clearly I have shown you. So that is nothing but this diagram, same thing. Okay, so this is KB, this is KB. Okay, it is not visible. This is KB and this is KA. Okay, this is focal length F. This is the K point, principal point K, and this is capital K. Okay, A and B, and this is HA, and this is HB, small. Okay, small HA, small HB. Okay. Now what we do in the second case, the same thing that we have to do, same thing. We will take the case wherein the points are not having the same elevation, right? And you have to draw this particular figure. Now what we do is we take 2 points A and B having elevation HA and HB, right? HA and HB have shown 2 points A and B having elevation HA and HB from the datum level. Okay. Then what we do for the scale of the photograph, right? Scale of the photograph. At the elevation HA, this particular elevation HA is equal to what? Is equal to the ratio, same ratio as we have used in the previous thing, right? This particular triangles. As similarly as we have done in the previous case, similarly what we will do, we will take this triangle, small triangle, and the larger triangle OKA, capital A, and back to this particular two triangles are similar, right? From this thing what we will take is scale is what? A small k divided by capital A capital K. This is nothing but scale of this particular photograph at elevation HA. At elevation HA, when the ground is at an elevation, at this particular elevation HA, then this is the scale, right? So from similar triangle, what we can say again from similar triangles, it is nothing but O small k divided by this particular height, this thing, divided by again the same, this particular height of this larger triangle, that is O and capital K. Now you have to tell me these two terms in terms of F and H. These two terms tell me in terms of F and H. So what is OK? O and small k. What is this? It is on the screen visible itself directly. It is visible. See, it is clearly mentioned here. What is this? OK termed as? What is the term that we use for OK? Small O and small k, this distance.
F, sir.
F, right? It is F. And what is this distance now? Can you tell me? What is this distance? O to capital K. O to capital K answer is already on your screen.
H minus small h a.
Correct. Correct. H, capital H minus small h. Okay. So this is the scale what you have to use, or what is the formula that you have to use when you are at an elevation HA from the datum. Similarly, when you are at an elevation HB from the datum level, right? When you are at an elevation HB from the datum level, what you have to do? Similarly, it will be what the scale will be what. Now you have to tell me what will be the scale. This divided by this. Tell me in terms of K and B what it will be. It will be what? Correct? Divided by what? Answer ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕಾ ಯಾಕೆ? Divided by capital KB. Okay, this is the scale when you are at an elevation HB from the ground. When you are at an elevation, HB from the datum. Okay, so similarly, you can apply similar triangle rule for these triangles now. For these two triangles. Similar triangle rule you can apply. Right? These two triangles, what it will be now? You have to tell me now quickly. What will be the, using this F and H, same thing what we are using here. In terms of that only, you have to tell me what it will be here. ಹೀಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಹೇಳ್ರಿ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ದ ಕಾಮನ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಸೇಮ್ ರೈಟ್ ಟೆಲ್ O what? O and what?
OK and OKB.
O small k and O and next what? O and capital A or B? K or KB?
B, sir.
KB, correct, very good. So we are going to use KB because the triangle here you can see it is up to KB. Right. So the same thing it will be, right, F divided by H minus HB. Right. So you can see here at any height, whatever is the height that you have to substitute here. If you are at any intermediate height also, just measure what is the height of that particular ground from the datum and substitute here. HA, HB, HC, HD, whatever you are at any height. Suppose you are at this height, right, and you know this particular height. Let us name this as point D. So it will be HD, right? So this particular HD will come over here. Instead of HB, it will come over here. So the general thing that you can see here is directly you can mention S is equals to what? F by H minus H, right? So whatever is the elevation from the datum to that particular point, you can substitute. So I will write it as Hx. Any height x from the datum level. So this is the general formula which you can use. So one more thing, term that we have to learn here is this particular term called as representative fraction, what we term as RH. Representative fraction RH, representative fraction. Okay, so it will be what? 1 by, it will be reverse thing, it will be reverse. So F will come down and H minus H will come here. So this is termed as representative fraction. Okay, so you have to remember this particular thing also, representative fraction. Okay, so I hope the derivations are clear, both the derivation scale of a vertical photograph, right? So this is the first case which we have learned, right? This is the first case, case number 1, when the ground is level. Same thing I have explained to you, all these things I have explained to you. This is the scale which we have derived. This is for the first case. Similarly, this is for the second case, right? Second case. This is for the second case, and this is for the point A. This is for point A. Similarly, this is for point B, right? For in case number 2, okay, case number 2, and this is the general equation which I have told you. This is the general equation, and this is the representative fraction. Okay, representative fraction. This is RH. Okay, so I've told you all these things. So I hope it is clear up to here, all the terms and how it is derived, right? Very easy derivation, easy. Just if you draw the diagram, your work is over. Then you have to just substitute using the similar triangles and you can derive easily this particular equation. Okay, so those who have understood, can you please raise your hand and let me know? Can you confirm by raising your hand that you have understood and that you are listening in the class? Any doubt in any of the part or any of the steps, please let me know. Okay. You can lower your hand. Okay, no problem. Okay, so these derivations are very important. Okay, these three derivations that we have done, scale of a vertical photograph is very important question with respect to our exam. So it is also very easy, right? Very easy and very important. So make sure you go through this in detail later on. You can read through this. Whatever I have explained is the same thing mentioned here in statement. So you have to mention the statement, draw the figure, and then you have to derive this particular equations. Okay, so moving on to the next thing. Okay, so this is what to find the scale of a photograph, right? To find the scale of a photograph, the photo. This can also be used, right? This can also be applied. That is photo scale. That is scale of the photograph divided by the map scale. Right, we have one scale for the photograph which we have derived right just now, and you already have a map in hand, and that particular scale of the map is also mentioned. So that the ratio is equal to the photo distance by the map distance, say of 2 points A and B. The distance between these 2 points A and B in the photograph divided by the same map distance, right? Same thing on the map, distance between these two on the map. These ratios will be equal to each other. So this also relation, if you want, you can remember, not very important, but you should know these things. Okay. Next important thing here is derivation of the distance between any 2 points on a photograph. Suppose these 2 points are there, A and B. We want to know the distance between these 2 points, right? So now we are in remote sensing, right, wherein we are not going and measuring it using chain and tape. What we do, we fly, or we take a drone, we take a photograph from this particular point. We take a photograph and we develop the photograph, right? And once we have the photograph in our hand, what we can do, we will do a derivation, right? And we can use that particular equation, and we can apply, and we can directly find out the distance between A and B from the photograph itself. From the photograph, if you just have the photograph in hand, you can directly tell what is the distance between these two by applying some formulas. Right. So what we are going to learn here is we are going to learn how to compute the length of a line between points of different elevation, okay, from measurement on a vertical photograph. So here you can see this particular thing is a vertical photograph. Right? You can see the plumb line and the camera axis are coinciding, right? They are coinciding, they are same. So this is a vertical photograph. Important thing, vertical photograph. Then what we are computing the length of a line between 2 points. Length of a line, this is a point A, this is point B, and we are computing this particular length of the line AB. Okay, but the thing is here, these 2 points are at a different elevation. They are not at the same elevation. They are not level, right? Like this, they are not at the same elevation. They are at the different elevation, right? Suppose this is B and this is A. We are going to find the length of the line AB of 2 points which are at different elevation. Using what? Using a vertical photograph. Okay, so this derivation, shall we continue, or do you want me to continue this in the next class? This is also very easy. Derivation is easy, don't worry, very easy. Should I explain? Okay, what I'll do is I'll explain this figure, how to draw this particular diagram, and derivation we shall look in the next class. Okay, so what is this? This is the exposure station O, right? Exposure station O, no problem. Then what is this particular thing? This is the ground level, right? Ground level. This is what point? K, principal point on the ground. Principal point on the ground is capital K. You can say it is the plumb line. It is meeting with the plumb line. Then the same point on the photograph will be what? Small k. Okay, it is represented as small k. Okay. Then this we will consider as the positive x direction. This we will consider as the positive y direction. Okay, on the ground we are talking about. This is in the plane of the ground. This is in the horizontal plane. Okay, so this is positive y-axis. This is positive x-axis. Okay, and this point K we will consider as the origin. Okay, 0, 0 coordinates that we will consider as the K point itself. We will consider as the origin. Okay. Next thing, this is capital H is the flying height, right, from the ground, flying height from the ground. And we know this small f is what? Small f is focal length. Small f is focal length. Now consider this point A. Consider this point at a height HA from the ground. At a height HA from the ground. This is also height HA from the ground itself. Okay, so this thing is what? This thing is the y coordinate. You can see here this distance is nothing but the y coordinate, right? It is the y coordinate of point A, and this is what? This distance from here to here, or from here to this distance, right? This distance which I'm drawing over here, you can see this is what? X coordinate. X coordinate of point A, X coordinate of point A, and this is y coordinate of point A. Okay, that can be represented here. You can see we have represented here XA, and this is YA. That is the coordinate of this point, right? XA, comma YA. They are nothing but the coordinate points from this particular K point. We have considered K as the origin. From here, this particular point is located at a distance XA and Y. These are the coordinates, okay, in X direction and in Y direction. Okay. Similarly, we will consider a point B over here. Okay, point B at an elevation HB, okay, at an elevation HB from the ground. Okay, HB from the ground. Okay, so here is point B, and this is the reference point, the reference line, right? This is the reference line, and from this line, it is elevated at a height HB. Okay. Similarly, we have X coordinate and Y coordinate for this particular point. X coordinate and Y coordinate, that is X capital X B and capital YB. Okay, so capital letters because we are considering it on the ground. Similarly, this particular in the photograph, you can see here in the photograph, we have point A, small point A marked over here, small a, right? If you join this line, it will penetrate through the photograph here. So this is point A on the photograph. Similarly, we have point B on the photograph over here, right? So the coordinates, you can see they are mentioned in small letters. So small a will have coordinates small xa and small ya. Similarly, we will have small b on the photograph, that is xb and yb. Okay, so this is the point B on the photograph, which is here on the ground, right? Okay, now the important thing here, okay, one more thing we are left is this point Ka on the represent on the plumb line, right? The elevation of the point A on the plumb line. This is point Ka. Similarly, as we have done in the previous thing, just project this point onto the plumb line. Right? So this point we have projected. This is point KB, and this point is Ka. Okay, KB and Ka. Principal point KB and principal point Ka. Similarly, this is principal point K on the photograph. Okay, so all the terms here are I have explained what are the various terms and how to draw this particular diagram. Yes, anyone having any doubts? No, right? Okay. So this is the diagram. Now important thing here is what we need to do is we need to derive and we need to learn how to determine this particular just a minute. The important thing here, what you have to do is we have to derive an equation and learn how to measure the distance between point A and point B. Important thing here is this particular distance from point A to point B, that is line AB, line capital A, capital B. The length of this line we need to determine. Length of this line we need to determine. Length of line EB. Okay, you can see here I have drawn using a straight line. This is a straight line. Okay, and they are at different elevation. Similarly, on the photograph, you can see here on the photograph. On the photograph, this is the particular line which we are interested in, small a to small b. Okay, so in the photograph, if you measure this distance, right, and that distance can be known on the ground, what is that distance you can know. Okay, small a and small b. So we have what we have to do, we have to just apply Pythagoras theorem and we have to derive this particular equation. You can see if I join this particular line. Right, so you can see this particular distance. I will draw it clearly. Wait, I will draw it clearly. This KB, this point KB, which is here, KB, and this point B. Just join these two using a straight line. join these two using a straight line. I have tried to join this using a straight line. You can see this is the triangle which you see over here. This triangle is a right angle triangle, right? It is a right angle triangle. You can easily apply Pythagoras theorem here, right? This angle is 90 degrees. This angle here is 90 degrees. So you can apply Pythagoras theorem and get this particular hypotenuse length. Get this hypotenuse length. So I will write it. What it will be? Square root of x a square plus y a square. Okay, so this distance, what is this distance? I have written k to kb. This distance. Okay. Similarly, if you join this ka and if you join this a, this distance, if you join using a straight line. Okay, so this is forming a right angle triangle. This is the 90-degree angle over here, 90-degree angle. So this hypotenuse length, or what is the length ka to a, this particular length is equal to, using hypotenuse, using the Pythagoras theorem, it will be, sorry, this is xb, right? This is xb and x and yb. This will be xa square plus ya square. So if you just add these two, if you add these two distances, you will get the length of that particular line, right? Correct? If you add these two, you will get the distance from point A to point B, right? So from point A to point B. That is the length that we are concerned with. We need to find the distance between point A and point B. So here important thing is we can substitute xa, ya, xb, yb over here, but we do not know these coordinates. These coordinates are not known, right? So the important thing here, what you have to do is we have to derive an equation to find out this xa, ya, xb, yb from your heights, f and ha, hb, all these things we know, right? Ha, capital H, right? We know f. We know capital H, we know capital small a, small b, small hb. So from these, what we have to do, we have to convert this xa and xb in terms of these things, so that we can substitute and we can calculate this distance from A to B. So that we will do in the next class. I hope you have understood the figure and the general idea of what we need to do to get the distance between point A. Sorry, so to get the distance between point A and point B. Okay, so very interesting, right? You can, if you have a photograph with you, you can apply these things and you can try and have an example. Okay, so I hope you've understood today's class. I think we can stop the session here, or else it will be you'll get confused between all the three cases which we have learned today. Okay, so I have just told the general idea. This thing I will explain in detail again in the tomorrow's session. Okay, don't worry. Okay. So can you just confirm whether you have understood by raising your hand? Okay. Thank you. You can lower your hand and you can give your attendance. Meanwhile, if anyone is having any doubt, please feel free to ask. That is why we are here, to clear your doubts. Okay, so very interesting this chapter is. Make sure you attend. Okay, very interesting chapter and very easy, right? Compared to your curves and trigonometry, triangulation and tachometry, this particular thing is very easy. Right? You can score very easily, and also it is very interesting. So make sure you attend, and this derivation we will continue in the tomorrow's class. So if you give your attendance, you are free to exit the session.